So for the next video, um, the next exercise 3, I have this lovely image of, again, I wish I'd shot these, wish I'd been to this place. This looks amazing. I'm not quite sure what this is. It looks like it could be the Grand Canyon. But obviously I chose this image because it's underexposed. And what I mean by that is that the photographer who took this picture, this frequently happens, right? The sky was nice and bright, beautiful sunset or sunrise sky, and so that's well lit. And so the camera exposes for that, but then the rest of the image ends up becoming underexposed. And this is a common problem in photography where you might have an area in your photo that's under or overexposed. And I want to show you how you can, in many cases, fix it. Not all cases, but um, if the image is at least of good quality. So let me show you how to work some magic here and why layer masks are going to become so important. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to brighten up this area down here. So I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and created an adjustment layer, brightness contrast, bring that up. And now those cliffs at the bottom here obviously look much better. The top looks like a disaster, but that's okay. This is where adjustment layers come into mind. So I really like the way the top looked originally. So I'm going to click again on this section here. Got my brush, and maybe I'll put this back in a rounder shape going over there. And bring my video down. Again, I'm going with a soft round brush when I do this. Something that, if you use a hard round, let me just show you why this is not a good idea. See how that creates like too much of an edge? I kind of don't want to see that edge so that I have a little bit more wiggle room. See how that creates like a softer area there? And what I'm going to do is just kind of go across this whole piece right here. And I'm going to deliberately go a little bit too far down because then all I have to do is come back with a black brush and sort of maybe make this a little smaller and just kind of follow along the edge here and lighten that up. And I've got myself a pretty good example, and then I'll zoom in. And just kind of touch up that one spot that's sticking out. And ta-da, just by doing that, look at the difference. Night and day. Everything looks great. And if I change my mind, if I feel like I need to adjust the contrast too, I can do that and bring that contrast up. So I can really mess around with this, depending on how much I feel that I need to. I can obviously go to my different layers and play around with different things like my levels. Again, this just comes from practice. So that looks much better. I'm going to come back in here. And again, I just think the sky didn't really need anything. So I'm going to go back and bump that back down. But I mean, what a difference. This went from a meh image to just everything. You just see everything showing up here. So in adjustment layers are amazing. Okay, so again, when I'm happy with this, save it as a JPEG. So underexposed, silver, JPEG, and save. Say okay. And there is a hand-in folder for this on the calendar right here. Oh, there will be. And I'll have it right over here, and it'll be called like exercise 3 underexposed or something, and you're going to be able to turn it in there. So that's how you do that.